Okay, now you
You
can
guys
read
do
your poem.
that.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I write poems sometimes. A town of shadow, a den of sin. The heroes seek Madame Ava's kin. They find two brothers outside of town. One appears suave, the other's a bit down. His daughter is missing, to nobody's surprise. For clues, a ring and a decapitated guy. They met Casimir, a dusk elf, 300 years cool, who told them the Baron had more books than a school. Now in the manor, they read through some lore, and with Victor, the Baron's son, plans some more. Welcome, friends, to Bovia.
Rachel, I did take
Fantastic.
some notes. I took some notes last thing, but I kind of trailed off at the end, so
Yeah,
I
notes
don't
are
know,
hard.
don't know how good they are.
I'll take a look-see.
Would anyone else like to do any more thorough recap or random non sequitur thoughts for Rachel's benefit? So she was possible.
I mean, Casimir was pretty cool. He was like the leader of the elves.
Yeah.
Him and I chilled out pretty good. I feel like he'd be a good guy to like get real stoned with. And then I gave him the dog because I felt like he needed a dog companion. And he was like traveling and he fell off a fucking mountain and he's still okay.
Mountain. Okay.
Yep.
This is a dusk elf fell
he's
off a
cool.
mountain.
Yep. Leader of the Dusk Elves.
guy.
Um,
Tell us all about those people.
Yeah, we were definitely told to not bother him too long, but we hung out for a pretty long time.
How did they get trapped in Barovia?
Oh.
He told us about something. I have in here they're trapped in Barovia because somebody betrayed somebody. Oh yeah, the guy that drives the carriage for
Yes.
for
Creepy guy?
Strahd. Yeah. He was like his cousin. His cousin. I did write that down. Son of a bitch, Dane. You're good.
Get a hero point, Dane.
Oh, crazy dusk elf.
You're doing it.
Strahd servant, and now they're trapped?
Yeah.
What does defeated dusk elves before vampirism mean?
Well,
Um.
because it wasn't Strahd who broke the peace among the people, it was Strahd's father.
Yeah, his daddy.
His
Though I
daddy.
spelled it
Did I have
peace
it-
like a
did I have
piece
it
of
on there?
something.
And the vampire asshole is Casimir's cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Largest Sonny beating a younger one.
The Council of
Yep.
Princes ruled us a master
Oh.
of blade song.
I had this about Strahd. It turns out being a vampire didn't make him an asshole. He was already an asshole, but now he's
Keynote.
a vampire asshole.
Yeah. He kicked the elves' ass without being a
Yeah.
vampire.
He was already a dick.
Oh,
His
and get
kappa
this.
was defeated.
What- When we met,
Wait, he found his body.
Detated.
Yes.
Not a body, just his head.
That's right.
Not a head,
So-
but a body.
yes. So it
What?
he was
things happen.
decapitated, and then we found out that guy, someone got drunk, and then fell asleep, and the girl got stolen, and then they found a ring and a body. But then later it turned out we all misunderstood, and it was just the head that was found and not the body, because Andy
The
definitely
body.
No.
woke up.
Switch it around.
The other
Flip
way
it.
around.
Reverse it.
We thought a
The body,
body,
not the head.
not
The
a
head
head.
is
Not the
missing.
head.
Yes.
I investigated
body-
a head that was not there,
Okay.
which turned out to be a body.
But
So
we
the
do have the
body's there,
ring.
The head is missing.
Right.
Yep.
But
We
we
got
have the ring.
A signet ring that we found on a book in the manor at the Banner's place, of
And that's
necromancy.
the ring that was found.
Yeah.
Yes, and
So
that
then we
same
went-
ring, the sigil matches this weird dude that you're like, let's make him in charge of town, but he's kind of into necromancy.
Yeah.
And then he was
Okay.
like, hey, come upstairs, I'll tell you all about it. And on his door was a carved skull, and then below it
Yep.
said, all is not well. So, you know.
Oh.
We were in a library, and I found a book. It was on the Strasnies.
Who's got the weird blistery arm?
That
Oh,
was
that was my
Casimir, 'cause
boy,
he fell
Casimir.
off a fucking
He
mountain.
fell off
And
a
his arm
mountain.
got weird.
I fell down a fucking.
Is his arm like weird, like the
It's
The
withered.
guard arm is weird. So
Bubbled.
the other guy has the weird arm, right?
No,
No, this
it's
was
not
just
like
it
that.
was just pale
You
and
are-
blistery and shit.
You identify it as frostbite.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he did real good. You were like, that's
He's-
frostburn, and we were like, whatever, Ro.
Yeah.
Lost freedom. Okay, so Strahd's daddy fucked up the Dust Elves.
So glad you took notes.
But then Strahd crushed it. Okay. So now they're chill, trapped. Strahd was an asshole, but
Yeah.
now he's a vampire asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the signet ring was found with the body, not the head,
Not the head.
but
Bottom.
it matches a book
Who can say where the head is?
that the son
Who
has.
can? The DM could. He's not going to.
Right.
Alright, I feel totally caught up.
Yeah, the voice of God misled me as far as head versus body.
It was really fun. Just in the middle, he's like, actually, you
No
found a
head.
So
head.
the head, the
Just
head that
body.
you were investigating, not
Rewind
actually.
5 minutes.
It's not there. It's just the body.
Yeah,
No
so
head.
it was a head, then it was a body, and don't worry about it, it's fine. But then he took us up into his creepy room, which apparently the only entryway is from his dad's room. It's a little weird.
Yep.
Ew, his room's in his dad's room?
No, it's like a trap door in his dad's room, and then you go up, and there's clearly some sigils that he had turned off.
Yes.
And he's like a teen rebel.
Yeah, totally not creepy at all, and doesn't study necromancy, but definitely does.
You would guess like 20-ish. Plus or minus.
These are humans, right?
And
Oh.
Casimir. Rictavio, I think is a half elf, the carnival leader. And the Dusk Elves are the only non-humans you've met so far.
I forgot, he also has a cat skeleton that is
Sure.
moving.
It's not like a regular cat skeleton.
Like an animated cat skeleton.
Yeah, like definitely he brought it back from the dead cat skeleton that he's like stroking its skull.
Why
And he
would
like
that
revealed
happen?
it. He revealed it to us like it was like this super big thing.
Like, hey, look at this.
And we were like,
Yeah.
whatever, bro. I don't even care.
No, I mean it might be a big thing. I don't know. It's like
He did a couple
necromancer.
hair. He's got a couple of like teenage hair flips during it too.
100%.
Oh, okay.
Look, I don't even care. Look at my cat though. Whatever.
Whatever.
And I
You
feel
don't
like you are
know me.
totally caught up.
Yeah. Probably should have made like a token for this guy. It's fine. I'll share a picture of him though. He is in the people section, Rachel, if you care to see. It is Victor Valakovich.
Victor.
That's him.
Where is he? Oh, I see.
Yes.
Yeah, he can't be the Baron.
I
Or
apparently
the
have to like.
Burgermeister, or whatever his that is.
There, we'll pull it up on my phone. I have too many windows open.
Right. Too much music. Let's turn that down.
Corvus is swimming.
Yeah, man. I gotta, sometimes you gotta swim. I still can't hear it, but whatever. Oh, I heard it! I heard it that time!
Huzzah.
Whew.
You hear the music?
No, I mean, I could always hear the music. I could hear my dice rolling.
So quiet. Why is
Slightly
it so
more
quiet?
important.
You can adjust it.
I am. It's maxed out.
Is it
It's
not
not
playing
super
through the
loud.
right speakers?
No, it's close to my headset because I can hear my dice now. They're just quiet.
It's chill. It's pretty chill.
Okay, show.
So yes, Victor has led you into his workroom, where a skeletal cat has leapt into his arms, and he started to stroke it. The reason you were kind of clued in that he is involved in this is that I believe Corvus recognized the symbol on his spellbook he was carrying into the library while he was doing his own research. Matched that of the signet ring that you guys have found. And when you pushed him about that, he basically said, "We can't talk about it here. Upstairs, of course. Your eyes will not pry. Come to my father's bedroom. We'll go upstairs."
It was real weird.
All right. So, I got a little description of this room here too. 1 second. Victor's workroom. Yes, there was a large skull carved into the door, and hanging from the doorknob is a wooden sign that reads, "All is not well." Inside the room, someone has taken old mismatched furniture and created a study in this dusty, lamp-lit chamber. Tables are strewn with pieces of parchment, on which strange diagrams are drawn, and a freestanding bookshelf holds a collection of books. A dusty rug covers the floor in front of a pine box, on which lounged a skeletal cat, which is now in his arms. Don't need your claws. Good. Also, stop it. There is a gilded mirror that is. It's like a full-length mirror that is leaning against the wall beside the rug in here. Yeah, okay, I got you. Come up. She can't jump anymore, so she claws. If I leave suddenly and swear, it's because she's pooped on me.
You did
that makes sense.
Incontinence.
Yeah.
Kitty cat.
Yeah, she's a mess.
All right. So, are you going to tell me what this is all about? He says, peering between you all, as he strokes his skeletal cat's head. Oh, she's like a skeleton too.
I guess I pressed him kind of hard downstairs. Look, we're simply looking to rescue this girl, and if there's some information you can provide us, that would go a long way.
He eyes you suspiciously. Well, obviously, I don't want to see any children hurt. Why do you come to me?
Well, to be frank, I didn't. We knew there was some information in this library that your father didn't seem to care.
My father's a fool. He interrupts you.
Well,
okay.
there, you and I do agree, but the most interesting curiosity.
He doesn't understand anything that I do, really.
I look
This
around.
is important work. He points around his ramshackle workroom.
Clearly. The interesting thing is that emblem on your journal there matches one on a ring that was located where the missing girl went lost. Missing. Was taken. It's the only clue we got.
He glances down at his table where he has set both the spell book with the symbol on the top of it, as well as the book that he had gone to the library, and he had sought one book specifically and grabbed it and took it with him. But he looks over at his spellbook, and he says, "Interesting. I didn't know there was any such ring. That book wasn't always mine. You may not believe. I have not always been such a fine practitioner of the arcane arts."
No, I believe that.
Where did you?
Silas.
He pops out his shell.
Sorry.
Where did you?
How dare you not take this character seriously?
Where did the book come from then?
Well, through hours and hours of toil and research, I found it in my father's library. It's an old spellbook full of, what's the word? Knowledge.
I thought he was going to say spells.
Do you know who it belonged to, or who wrote it?
Of course, the original owner was a mage by the name of Kazan.
Could you
He
spell
looks
that?
across all of you.
Can you say his name
Kazan.
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 It doesn't matter.
It does though.
We're all standing there with our notes. Well, okay, that's fine. We'll enunciate it in our books.
The symbol on the cover, I can't take credit for it personally. It is the symbol of Kazan. Long ago, a tower was built in this land. Powerful enchantments viewed upon it. It says, his notes say that it would prevent any other spellcasters from using magic within the tower. I haven't explored it myself yet. However, it is said to be near Lake Baratok to the west.
Near like what?
Baratok. Put that in bold in my notes.
Andy, while he's like kind of monologuing with everybody else, I want to kind of like sneak around and kind of like get behind him and like look at his desk and see if he has like a journal or some like notes lying about.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You got it. Go ahead and roll a stealth versus his perception DC.
Nice.
Oh shit, that's awesome.
Boom.
Steal all his shit.
Okay.
Steals cat.
No.
Steal from out of his arms.
Feels like one of his cat's ribs.
Oh, super forgot to mention, in one of the corners of this room, there are 3 children facing the corner.
What?
Yeah, totally. You just
Like
now noticed
real
that,
children?
I'm
It's
sorry.
it's like that scene in Hereditary where like you've been staring in the same room for so long, and then you realize like, oh shit, there are like
What the fuck?
3
3
kids in the corner over
I
there.
thought they were
for-
like mannequins.
in the
Wait,
corner.
for real? There are 3 kids in the corner?
staring
Yeah, it's kind of dark, but yeah.
at the wall.
What?
See over here? You guys have been here the whole time. You see these over here? That's 3 kids.
No, are you shitting us? Or are there 3 kids right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Children.
So I
What?
Human
Oh.
children.
You guys digest that for a second.
What?
Let me deal with this for a second.
wow.
I'm not digesting. I'm
No,
regurgitating.
What?
So many questions. What the fuck?
So Lee, you go ahead and position yourself. I need a token for this guy. How do I make tokens? It's fine.
Token maker.
I do have a token maker. I think I can make a NPC off of this guy. Victor Malakovich. How do I make an NPC out of you? That's not it. It's fine. Wizard Sponge. No, he's not a Wizard Sponge.
Part wizard, part sponge.
Good old wizard Sponge. Fucking kids in the corner. What the fuck?
Right? Oh, by the way.
How is that not in the description? Oh, hey.
Do you like remember those scenes in Hereditary where like you're staring at a room for like a minute and then suddenly like, oh shit, that's a person in the corner. It's like that.
Yeah, but that's because the person was there the whole time. They're just fucking with you.
Yep,
These
hated
are
that
children.
then, hated it now.
Children!
All right.
For the
I'm just gonna-
children.
Sure, we'll make this import. Nope. No caps lock.
All the cap block.
I have so many questions.
Of course you do.
Rachel,
About the children.
It's
I need you to roll a dice, just a d20.
See point. I'm gonna roll a perception check.
I just don't know which one of us goes, what the fuck is in the corner? That's all. Oh, you're rolling a perception check? Oh, well, I'm gonna roll my perception check. Okay, it was you. It's gonna be Rachel when the time comes.
sorry, it's not working. That's fine.
Fucking kids in the corner. They gotta be dead, right?
Kids in
But like
the
real
corner.
kids or like those weird fake kids?
They're probably
Was it
They're real
the
kids.
what's that guy's name? Fucking
Oh, the,
candy store?
Blinsky.
Yeah, Blinsky's. He's no
Blinsky.
fun. He's no Blinsky's. They're all just gonna be in the corner going, he's no fun. He's no Blinsky. This campaign.
You love it.
Ugh.
I do. I just wasn't expecting kids in the corner. I just thought they were mannequins.
Mm-hmm.
No, they're the children's.
They're just kids. Are they moving?
Oh God, I don't want to know. I don't want to know yet.
Hello there, children.
Well, damn it. I'm just
They
gonna.
have skin?
What?
We need to know about these damn kids. I'm gonna put that in the corner. I'm gonna put that in the chat. I mean, in the thing. Fucking children in the corner.
No, don't write fucking children in the corner. There are 3 children in the corner.
There are 3 fucking children in the corner. Got it. Nailed
That's
it.
better.
Yeah, I'll
It's
turn
not letting
around.
me add
Fuck
like
corner,
nay.
not fucking children.
Alright, just for
You fuck a
now,
corner, you can't fuck a kid.
it's not letting me change tokens at all. That's fine. Oh shit, look, everywhere in here. Do you guys see all those victors everywhere?
No.
No, I just see where it says
I
20
don't
feet
see
like
any
15
victors.
times.
Yeah, I
zero
see
victors.
these 3
I see 3
children,
fucking children.
in the
Yeah,
corner.
can we come back to that? I really...
Fucking corner.
So, what,
Oh my God.
Lee, what you see on the desk
No. Just 3 fucking kids.
is... So on top of the desk, you see obviously the spellbook, and there's a book next to it that is titled. Of course, I have a title for it. It is titled
How to hide 3 fucking children in the corner.
Ethereal Entities.
That's what you picked up from the library. Okay.
That's what we picked up at the library. There is a scattering of papers with diagrams on them. which you may roll an Arcana to try to understand. Or you could, if you want to try to understand, you can.
Do it.
Or you could just do whatever you want.
Yeah, why not? I got my untrained
Good roll.
improvisation.
Good roll.
Sure. You don't know exactly any of the details of this, but the diagrams are similar enough to like pieces that you've seen of these like circles that have been etched into the ground in a couple buildings, like this room in particular.
Yep.
It's like
I'm
not
with that.
exactly the same diagram, but it seems to be like variations of the same
Okay.
type of circle.
So I think somebody already identified those as teleportation circles.
Sure. All right. I'm going to say Ro was talking to him. Right?
Yes.
So Silas, you probably are the first to notice that there are 3 childlike figures in the corner.
Oh, now you say childlike.
Silas isn't going to say anything. He's going to investigate. 'Cause that's what he does.
You're going to get closer?
He's an
Don't-
investigator, yeah.
Don't get. Oh God. Those fucking kids
I'm
are gonna
gonna-
kill you.
Touch one on the shoulder?
No. No. Mm-mm.
As you get closer to them,
Mhm.
into the shadows of the corner,
Oh no.
you recognize that these are painted wooden dolls dressed in a child's clothing, real clothing. They're small mannequins, I guess.
I kind of touch them to just kind of like look over them at their,
Clothes are old.
craftsmanship.
Yeah, the clothes are probably
Clothes.
5 or 10 years old.
Okay, so not
Definitely
like
more than a long time.
fresh, recently disappeared child old.
And he kind of says in a timid voice, "Excuse me, I'm sorry to interrupt. These?"
Victor starts turning to you and giving you a bit of like a long suffering look. But when he turns to you, you see a bit of surprise as he sees you next to them, followed quickly by a flash of embarrassment, which he tempers on his face. Says, "It's nothing really. I've been practicing lectures, and those are my practice students."
What?
I'm not a natural lecturer or an eloquent speaker like my father. So it's totally natural and normal to
give speeches to dolls.
no one else in town listens.
What the fuck?
Why are
is
they
He
facing
looks
the
sullenly
corner?
at the ground. He tosses his hair.
Why are they in the corner? Have they been naughty?
He opens his mouth to answer. After your follow-up question, he just snaps his mouth shut.
I kind of take 2 steps away from them.
Whenever I revealed that this guy was had the undead cat, Rachel, that's when everyone was like, "Oh, this is the one that Ro wanted to put in charge of the town."
Yeah.
I mean, let's do it.
It's not like maybe one of the worst ones you found in town, maybe.
I mean, the wooden children doll really kind of
Yeah.
soured it a little bit.
Yep.
Worse.
We could overlook the dead cat, but that.
Yep.
Dead cat was fine.
These-
Secret bedroom or secret room
Yeah.
attached to his dad's bedroom.
Oh my
Okay.
God. I don't. Whew. Okay, I'm so disturbed.
This is not recycled material.
Where do we go from here?
Well, if his eyes glance around a bit and says, "Since I was so very helpful with you with giving you the information about the tower, I haven't been able to go there myself. Perhaps, well, I've been meaning to go there to try to find more of my, well, my unexpected tutor's artifacts and items of learning to further my own research and to continue on the path of enlightenment I am on. Perhaps you could help me with this. If you go to the tower, I do wish to know what there is inside and to perhaps buy from you any sort of artifacts there may be there."
Silas is just kind of staring at him.
You've never been to the tower.
No. While I am a incredibly powerful wizard myself,
Yep.
you see, the magics of Kazan have prevented me from using any of my own magics there.
So you tried, but you can't get in.
Well, I could get in. It's just my skills lie in the arcane secrets. He says, "Ro, you're probably both perceptive enough to see that this guy is like, as he said like a few of these like over the top, self-aggrandizing things. He definitely is like glancing around the room every time he says one of these things to like see if anyone's digging his vibe."
So you've been inside the tower?
No, alas.
You've been to the tower.
No, but I've seen it.
In a
On a map.
book. Oh, in a map. Could you perhaps locate it on our map?
That would be an elementary task for one of my skills, obviously.
Obviously. So I mean, if you could just prove how simple that would be here on this map.
Oh, yes, of course.
Are there any folk tales or rumors of anyone dwelling in this tower?
Oh, I don't know of such things. If I were to go there on this journey, I would use the incredible resources at the under my family's name to hire a local guide. I would use Zoldar the Hunter.
So despite your disagreeing with your father, you're not above using his money.
Of course not.
Okay. Yep.
What is he using it for?
It's interesting. No one has made unalived your father.
I'm not a child. You can say the word.
I'm really surprised no one's fucked up his day. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, language.
You just never mind.
Hey, I got a token.
Oh, you did it.
I did it. All right, Irina's back here.
All
Oh,
of
by the
us.
way, you as you guys were entering this place, Rachel, I forgot to mention this part. Irina was on her way out, and she said that she had been petitioning the Baron for help with the refugees.
She's talking to his dad, not this guy.
Correct.
Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna.
She's just standing back at this point, but like giving you guys like really confused looks. at this guy. Like, she's not. Yeah, it's sort of a little mix between like confused and kind of pitying on this guy. So yeah, he mentioned Zoldar.
That's not even close to how I
Lee
fucking
says-
spelled it.
Lee says to him, well, why don't you come with us? I mean, unlearned ones such as ourselves might not even recognize the significance of these artifacts. How else would we identify them?
Do we have to take him with us?
No.
We're not gonna fucking. Of course we do.
He says, well, unfortunately, my skills lie more in the tuning and implementing of esoteric knowledge, less so much in the application of said knowledge. That being said, I am aware of my limitations, and that one of them is venturing forth in the wilds beyond.
You never left this town, have you?
He collapses just a little bit at your direct question. And he's like, I really haven't. I would like to. It's frightening. If you think about it, really. The things that may be out there.
You've been so helpful, but we really have to go.
You noticed that, like, his when he was just starting to talk to Corvus at the end there, it was like the first time you've seen the bit of the facade crack through, and when you shut that down, he just like stonewalls up.
Okay. Yep.
And he says, yes, of course, you have business to attend to, I understand. As I said, any artifacts you find there that you think may be of use to my magical research, I beseech you to bring to me. I would love to reward you for them. As you said, I have very important things to do, obviously. He looks around the room, and you see his eyes are a little bit wet around the edges. So, you should probably go.
Andy, I'm gonna press him one last time. Using my invisible mage hand, I'm gonna lift up the journal in front of his face. And I'm gonna kind of point at it and go, but who in this town would know what this symbol means other than a learned one such as yourself? And I'd like to intimidate him.
Oh.
Intimidate him?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
He's threatening him?
You guys haven't been acting super intimidating. I'm not sure that...
I would say
been
more
very
of a
present
presence
so
of like, I want him to know, I want to know this information.
So that may be more of a diplomacy.
Then I will roll a
Because
diplomacy.
you guys have been, like, for the most part,
Been nice.
like, fairly nice to him. Like, I think we would need more roleplay to...
Yeah, like rose over him, but
Yeah.
I'm not intimidating him.
Is it society? It's probably society.
Is diplomacy not a thing
Yeah,
anymore?
there's a diplomacy skill.
Oh, Jesus,
Yeah,
there
you
is.
Rogue probably gets... She's probably, like, 20-ish.
What's that?
Maybe 20.
Yeah, we're
Maybe
just
20.
thinking that like
Wow,
He's a-
okay.
almost spoiled rich kid and she's over him.
Sure.
I love you were Team Victor up until this point.
Oh yeah. now
20
he's-
sessions in. Dead
Her
to
heart was
me.
broken.
I heard
Man,
it broken. I had
Rachel.
such high hopes for this town.
Yeah, Rachel, you had no idea how long, like, as soon as you went into the song, like, oh, he has a son, great, let's, like, go to him.
This guy is woo, having lectures with
Well,
three
you
random
need him.
kids.
This weird doll in the
Statues.
corner.
Mhm.
Ugh.
So you were saying about the symbols?
Yeah.
He says... He leans in towards you, Corvus, and says, this is a pattern that Kazan used in many of his writings to talk about all of the schools of magic. He's here evocation and necromancy. I'm not sure what the lines. The man spoke in riddles and mazes, even in his own notes, and he glances around and at the rest of the group and says under his breath a bit, I have not yet been able to decipher what they mean. However, there are patterns to these lines in between that draw between all the other schools. He flushes, embarrassed, and just sort of shakes his head a little bit.
You know, I don't want to presume anything, but I myself have, I've studied from time to time, but my friend here, and I gesture over at Silas, who is staring at the 3 kids in the corner. He's been known to read a book or two, and I'd be more than glad to take a look at this journal. We'd return it, of course, and share with you whatever information we do in fact learn. Sometimes another set of eyes is all you need.
He looks kind of like, not skeptically, but mistrustingly. He glances between the two of you. You are guessing that not much is ever offered to this guy for free. So he sort of glances back and says, I will take that under advisement.
Well,
Thank you.
that's all I can ask for, I suppose. Say, curiosity, have you been able to activate these glyphs here? And I'm gonna gesture to the ones on the floor.
Don't stop! Do not touch that. It's a work in progress. And magics can be very volatile and dangerous to the uninitiated, of course. No, it hasn't yet been seen any sort of success.
Well, all I can tell you is, be careful what you toil in. You don't know who might pay you a visit, is all. I put the book down.
Okay. He just sort of starts. He's just sort of is just silently staring at the circle and not really paying much attention to you guys now.
Well, my friends,
Seems we have a hunter to find.
or a tower to digest.
Bro, will wait till we get to the street.
People in the
She has
streets.
thoughts. She has thoughts.
You guys heading out?
Oh, I'm not gonna wait until we get in the street, but yes, we will head out.
Who's the last one out the door?
Fuck. I am right behind Ro.
Is Ro so for this room?
Rose is done. Rose is
All
done
right,
with this
I'm
guy.
then second out of the room after Ro.
I'm probably last because I wouldn't want Irina behind me.
You're
Sure.
gonna get
So
fucked.
gallant.
Yeah, Scallant. That's it.
Those kids are gonna fuck up your day.
Oh no.
Sure. So Silas, on your way, as everyone's heading out, he's mostly been like pretty quiet. He actually will not quite grab your arm as you're heading out the room, but you definitely get like a hand put on your shoulder as you're going.
Kind
And
of turn
he's
slowly.
You see he's now staring over at the mannequins in the corner. And he says, "You said a child is missing."
Yes. I look over at the mannequins in the corner too.
Yeah.
I look back to him. Do you know something about that?
I don't, but I don't want anything to happen. I want to help. He stares at the rest of your friends walking away. Don't do well with people.
Yeah, I know what that's like.
Soldar's. I don't know where the tower is exactly. By the way, he never actually pointed at the map, even though you were asking him about the map.
This kid doesn't know shit.
Yes. I don't know where the tower is exactly, but Soldar should. He lives in a ramshackle hut at the mouth of the Luna River to the west. My father went to try to pick up some manly skills.
What?
Sorry.
I'm sorry, I just threw up in my mouth a little bit. But go on, please.
Masculine hobbies, traits.
You made it worse.
Hunting.
Sorry, I'm not
He wanted me
there.
to take up hunting. It's just things that other boys would be doing. They come to town every once in a while, but most days sometimes they grab a meal at the Blue Water Inn, but other times they can be found there. If you do need there.
Silas takes a deep breath and then just kind of nods. He says, "Just a word to the wise." And he looks over at the children in the corner. That's really weird.
You see the full Adam's apple gulp as he looks over towards the mannequins and
But
just silently nods.
thank you. We'll see what we can find.
He just nods again, and you just hear a quiet good luck as you're walking away.
Yep.
Do the mannequins'
I'll
heads
head out
turn?
with the others. Why were they in the corner?
I hate it.
Convenient storage.
Ro, as soon as we're out of that room, I elbow you and I go, "You wanted to put that guy in charge?
Shut up! Shut up!
You were so on his page!"
Shut up! Shut your mouth.
I am doubled over laughing that I'm like, I can chase after you.
Silas comes out a few minutes after you guys, or seconds after you guys, and he closes the door behind him. So, it doesn't come to any surprise, but he doesn't actually know where the tower is. He thinks the Zoldar guy's our best bet.
Okay. So, my thought is, it feels strangely convenient that a signet ring happened to pop off of someone's finger when they were decapitating a body.
Wait, I'm confused. Was it the body or the head?
The body. I investigated a body. It was
Yeah, a
definitely
body.
a body.
I knew that.
The head is missing.
You're suggesting somebody left it there for
I
as a
Fine.
message.
think it is within the realm of possibility that the signet ring was planted as a trap.
Well, perhaps I'm wrong here, but I don't think we have another lead.
You're right. I'm not saying we shouldn't go to the tower. I'm saying we should be careful.
Are you saying we shan't go to the tower?
No, I'm saying we should be careful.
Careful's my middle name.
Mm,
Could you imagine if we put Victor in charge of this fucking place?
nope. 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 Nah. Nope.
If we come to that, maybe the father would know a good candidate, honorable candidate for the town.
Irina, how closely tied are you to this town?
Yes, Irina. How closely tied are you to this town?
The town? She looks puzzled at your question for a moment. She says, "Bro, these are people. These are people in the land that I grew up in. I want nothing bad to happen to any of them. And if I could do something to improve their lot, I would like to."
How much weight does your name, your family name, carry in this town?
Are you guys still in the manor?
No.
Yeah, people on the streets?
People on the streets.
Got it.
Mm,
All right. So since you guys are freed in the street, she feels a little more free to speak. She says, she looks back at the manor as you're walking away, and she says, "To be honest, I think I'm not very experienced at playing the games of politics, but I have dealt with many a pompous asshole in my day, so I feel confident that I can whittle down the Baron to achieve my ends over time. I don't know how long it will take, because as I said, this is new to me. But I do think that I can get a safe place for the refugees here. I'm sorry, that was the first thing on my mind. Was that answering your question?
Yeah. Well, no. How much weight does your family name carry in this town?
She shrugs and says, "Nothing substantial. We have no true power here. It is as much, and especially after the attacks on our town, I'm sure trade between us will be negligible, so I wouldn't even really be able to leverage any sort of economic strengths that we may have had earlier. I can't threaten trade renegotiations or anything like that. It will mostly be..." She pauses and says, "But he doesn't know that. Yet. Power is a fleeting thing. I've learned that. The only person that my name would mean anything to right now are the people in political power. The regular people in the streets, they recognize me, but they won't care."
Ro just nods and looks thoughtful.
How many more days until this ritual we have to do? Like one? I feel like it's coming up like real soon.
Yeah.
You know, no matter what our next steps, we should be cautious that this ritual's coming due.
It would be in 2 days, on the 15th, I think. Because that is the new moon, and it would be on the dawn after the new moon. because that will be the first dawn after the darkest night of the month.
Aw, that's nice.
For the Dawn Father.
I'm gonna say loudly. Well, if only we had a new lead to go on to the next bit.
We should find this hunter and see how far away the tower is, if he knows even.
How do you find a hunter?
The blue something in. Hold on, sorry. I have to turn back through my page. No, it's Blue Water Inn. That's what he said.
He's not gonna be at some
Either.
random blue water inn.
Well, he did say that.
Oh,
You guys
Sometimes they
have been
hang
to
out
Blue Water
there.
Inn.
wait, is that where
but-
we first went when we got to town? Oh,
Other times
Yeah.
he's hanging out at the mouth of the, was it Luna River, Andy?
Yep.
Yep, the Luna River to the west.
huh.
Bro raises an eyebrow at Silas.
Told me before we left.
Oh.
The children told you? What have you seen?
Now, listen, as much as that guy creeps me out, and believe me, he creeps me out, I don't think his intentions are all bad.
Is it?
Minus the children in the corner. I really don't know what the fuck that's about.
It's unfortunate that I still think he'd be better off than the Burgermeister Burger. I'll be pleased.
Yeah. I think we could find a better alternative, though.
Well, I mean, Irina here could lead the town.
Are you serious? I have my own town that I have my own responsibilities for. As much as I care for these people and care for their well-being as humans, no.
Right now, our priority is that young girl.
Besides, we're badass adventurers. You're not going to shed me so easily.
We are. I feel like we need to work with your
we
training
have-
some more.
Quite the to-do list. But on top of that to-do list is find this missing child. It's her goddamn birthday.
Irene was starting to get a little fiery at the suggestion of her, like, stopping going with you guys to be a politician. Well, at the mention of the child, she's like, no, yes, yes.
So, while I want us to be wary that the signet ring could be some sort of plant or trap, it is the only lead we have. So we find Soldier the Hunter, and we find this tower.
I don't know if you saw that, Chris, but I messaged you in the thing.
Okay.
Secret.
It's mostly just an FYI,
Wow.
food for thought kind of thing.
Okay.
Oh, interesting. No big deal. Don't worry about it.
I'm just dropping knowledge on everyone outside of game. By the way, I'm curious, Silas. Every once in a
Yeah.
while, yep, go ahead. Just wondering how you're feeling right now. That's all.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's just anytime they mention Irina, especially mention her, what her name brings or what political pull he may have, Silas just seems really like fidgety and uncomfortable, and just starts to cough loudly. But nothing more than that.
Okay.
With the perception of plus 13, I noticed this.
You may roll a deception if you're trying to hide your feelings here.
Yeah,
Let's
trying
roll a secret deception.
at least
For
he's
me.
trying to hide it in front of Irina.
Sure.
Oh, he hasn't done too well. Oh, sorry, not perception.
That was a
Deception.
good roll.
That's pretty
Good
good.
roll. Too bad it doesn't count for nothing. All right. No Thomas. No Thomas.
Okay.
All right.
What's your +2 perception, Rachel?
Plus 13.
Man, I thought I was good with a +9.
see everything.
I see it.
I mean, you see some things.
I see everything.
All right.
Do I see that Silas is being weird? Oh, Silas. Oh, that's his perception was 28.
Whoops.
Where's this fucking river at? That's what I want to know.
Being weird.
I think. Sorry, I think it's like whenever I don't have as many functions whenever I'm trying to do in the browser as I do in the regular. Okay.
Damn.
I'll whisper you in the
See everything.
in the browser. No, you don't get to roll it. You don't get to roll it.
It did though.
You don't get to. Because it's always like a roll versus a defense, and your defense in this case is your 10 plus your perception.
Damn.
So that's what he was rolling his deception against.
Okay.
I don't often do these player versus player checks, but it'll be fun to see what you notice.
I draw my sword.
What?
I'm gonna do some PvP. I'm ready.
Clicky.
This is the map we actually have, right? Or is this just
Yeah.
for? Okay.
Yeah, this is your map.
On the map.
I'm looking for a tower, like this one along a river.
Well, we're supposed to look for the guide at the mouth of the river.
Yep.
You said at the mouth of the river? Oh, that's where his camp is. If he's not at the inn.
If he's not at the inn.
Okay.
Yep.
And he can take us to the tower wherever it may be.
Do you think it's
Yep,
this?
yep.
Can't be that. That's the
That's a camp.
that's the
That's a Vistani camp.
Vistani. I want. Oh, it's probably this one.
Might be that one. Didn't we go? Where did we? Where
We
was
came
the
from
tower
down
we were
here.
at? Yeah,
Yeah, because we came into the map from the east gate.
yeah, that's right.
We've traveled many a days.
We were at a windmill somewhere.
Many.
That's right here, Old Mill.
Old mill. That's right.
Don't eat his pastries.
I don't actually have tags for everything, so I'm actually looking through my tags right now. See what I actually have. Okay.
I
Minimize.
did say Lake Baratok.
So it is probably mid-afternoon at this point. What would you guys like to do? Do you want to see where you are in town, since you're actually in the town right now?
Yeah, that might be good.
First 24
We have a
hours.
look at the overland map in a minute,
Missing
so
space.
I sent you the thing in the browser, Rachel.
24 hours
Okay.
for a missing case.
Boom, boom.
We shouldn't waste too much time.
We gotta get going.
Andy, as we're walking through the town, I would like to find a chance to hang back from Irina to walk next to Ro. And
What do you say? What do you
I
say?
kind of slap a large book into her chest with a marker on a specific page. And I say, read this book. Look at the marker. Don't let Irina see.
Read this fucking book. Read it.
If I have to read one more book with a fucking bombshell. Swear to God.
Is it loading for you guys?
Slowly but surely.
Slowly but surely.
Don't call me Shirley.
This is just the map of Valaki, but you guys are currently at the Burgomaster's Mansion. You have several places you can go in town if you wanted to. Like I said, it's probably mid-afternoon.
Are we close to Blinsky's?
Yeah.
Look,
So
I may have stolen from the place, borrowed indefinitely, but perhaps there's more to Blinsky than meets the eye.
You had you taken Irina's toy? Yeah, you had taken Irina's toy. You stole it,
I
right?
borrowed it. But I feel like I was trying to find my notes and I can't find them, but wasn't he something that triggered one of my tarot cards or one of the readings from one of the
You
Like he could be an ally.
yeah, you let me the never remind me, Foxit. Never remind me. Man, it's not loading for me. Is it loading for you guys?
It's a black
It is
screen.
Not yet.
not.
Nope.
Huh.
Stuck
Okay.
at 98%.
Mine loaded completely. It's just black though. I beat someone.
Weird. I'm just jumping all over the place until it loads.
Maybe if I just search.
It's loaded on my server, but it's not loaded on my client.
Bland.
Okay, so you, one of the, as far as the enemy, what's the, it was the artifact card.
Card.
Yeah, the card is called the artifact, and it said look for the inspiration you had for it was look for an entertaining man with a monkey. This man is more than he seems. Here, why aren't these loading?
Okay, I knew it was somewhere. I just couldn't, for the life of me, figure out where the hell it was.
Yeah.
Thanks, Andy. So yeah, I mentioned that at the party, and I just say, you know, perhaps it'd be worth talking to this Blinsky individual. It's interesting. It's correlating to so many different things that we've run into. If we've got the time to kill, that is.
Do you think he has something to do with the missing child?
I don't know if it's so much the missing child, but things happening in this area. It was difficult to... I mean, he didn't creep me out as much as Victor, but he creeped me out a whole lot. And being alone kind of scared me. I hate
Perhaps
to
you
admit it.
might recognize the symbol on the signet.
Perhaps. If memory serves me, we're pretty close anyway, so might be worth popping in. Or perhaps some of us could go to this river inn, and some talk to Blinsky. And we split the party.
Split it.
For the short
Where
term,
you wanna go?
we need to keep our eye on the goal, which is find this child.
You guys could probably make the river by evening if you left now. If you maybe you can make it to the river and back before dark, based on the map, what you think of the map. Though maybe some time for you to find this hunting camp outside of town.
I would say that I think it'd be worth at least poking our heads in and talking to the inn, even if it's just a quick like, hey, we're looking for what's his face, and if he's not there,
Sure.
then go to the river.
Yeah.
Soldar.
Soldar is ready.
Looks like they're pretty close on the map. We could probably all just go to.
Oh shit, your map
Blinsky
loaded?
and then
I'm
in.
jealous.
I see all the symbols on the map, but I don't see the map itself loaded.
Oh, if you click on Velaki map, it loaded immediately for me.
Weird. Yeah, so I just closed my browser and brought it back up on my Game Master thing. So that worked.
Blue Water Inn, huh? Yeah, I say at least we make our way there. Maybe Ro can go be the voice.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess as a quick reminder, since you've been in town for 3 or 4 days now, so it has been a few days since you met them. But Erwin and Danica Mardikov run the Blue Water Inn. They were probably the only 2 people that seemed like genuinely like hopeful. I remember Corvus. I think you had an interaction with Danica where you kind of jokingly said all will be well, and she made eye contact with you and like, yeah, all will be well, dude. Believe it. She's one of the only people that's actually said that has meant it, that you think. So that's where those 2 were. You guys had breakfast there, I think. That's where Rick Tavio told his story, the circus master guy. There were 2 hunters there whenever you guys first arrived. 2 guys in wolf skins.
Motherfucker, I don't think we ever got their names.
You never talked to them.
No, we didn't.
And then there were the 2 drunk noble boys, 20-ish-year-olds, that were drunk at like 9 o'clock in the morning and were bad-mouthing the burgomaster. There, that's a quick recap of other people you met while at the Blue Water Inn. What you got there? It sounds delicious. All right. So, my friends, who's going where and why?
I think it makes sense to check the inn. Maybe I'm just... Or maybe not. I could be talked out of it, but I just feel like we should at least check the inn before we leave town.
Yep. Let's swing by the inn.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're right beside Blinsky's.
Uh-huh.
I mean, yeah, they're probably only like, it's only a couple minutes if we wanted to stop by both, so I don't think it would cost us that much time.
I put my arm around Lee. Is no fun, is no Blinsky.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see this character that you told us about.
Yes. Lee and I are heading to Blinsky's.
Ro will go to the Blue Water Inn.
Oh, thank God. But also,
Sweet.
we're probably going to get murdered.
Guess I'll go too.
Go where?
With us,
The
Silas?
Blue in. No, I don't think I'm interested in seeing Blinsky's toys.
What about Irina?
Are you talking about going to the place with the man who made this very cute toy?
Well, we
She says,
are.
smiling.
The one and the same.
Are you coming, or are you going to a boring old inn?
Sure, I'll meet him. I
Well,
mean, this is hilarious.
perhaps you shouldn't mention the doll. I may have borrowed it.
No.
Definitely.
Corvus, really?
Look, I'm
I
not
have
good with.
money.
I mean, we did. I spent a lot of it.
Not my money.
Well,
Remind me never to give you my money.
perhaps I could go in and apologize.
I mean, we can buy it. How much was it?
I didn't think to ask.
You did ask, and he said it wasn't for sale.
Oh, that's right.
He said, he said
That's right. Oh yeah.
you did ask, and he
Now
said it
that
was
I
a
think
commission.
about it, he said it was a commission and it wasn't for sale. And while he was gift wrapping the other gift, I may have put it in my backpack.
Was someone commissioned a doll of me?
That's a little weird. That's why I'm really curious to understand this individual a little bit more. Him and his weird monkey.
I mean, yeah. I don't want this. Someone. She holds out the doll towards you.
Look,
That's really creepy, Corvus.
thank you. That's what I was trying to explain earlier, but I don't feel like I did a good enough job.
I think some very key pieces of information were left out of this exchange.
Tomato, tomato. To Blinsky's?
No, I'm kind of fired up. I want to go talk to this guy with you and hear what he has to say.
We're gonna get killed, guys.
Let's get some answers.
That's the spirit. Let's go to Blinsky's. And I put my arm around of her, and the three of us walk off to Blinsky's.
Okay, I'll get to you guys in a second. So Ro and Silas are walking towards the Blue Water Inn.
Before we get there, as we are walking,
Yep.
Rose says, Silas, what have you learned about Irina?
Okay. I didn't want to say anything in front of her, and she goes with us everywhere. But do you remember how when we first met her, we were saying, "Boy, she doesn't look anything like her dad." Remember her dad in the picture? We said, "Oh, maybe it's she's like the milkman's son." Look at this. I'm gonna shove the book into your chest and go, right here. Read this.
I read it.
I sent you a message on Discord.
What?
Exactly.
What is
That's
that?
what I said.
What?
All this time.
Oh, Andy's fucking with us.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
We've been walking around with a ghost, Ro. A ghost.
That's what she is.
You know what I mean. Figuratively, but still.
Figured ghost.
What the hell's going on?
Ooh.
This was in the Burgomaster's library.
Alright.
This is
a comic
a
book. I was like,
it is a book on genealogy of the main families in Vallaki. A lot of like family trees and such.
So Andy, we met her brother.
Ismark.
Yep.
And we observed him interacting with her directly?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I have this in the notes.
What is it?
Do
Put it in the
tell.
chat there.
Yep.
I wish you would have taken more detailed notes to mention, but it's alright.
Cuts that cheese.
All right. Cool. That conversation is happening. You guys are processing that. Probably more talking is happening. But meanwhile, none the wiser, Irina, Lee, and Corvus are heading towards Blinsky Toys. And you will arrive shortly. In fact, you guys probably will arrive there. Yeah, you'll arrive there first before they get to Blue Water Inn. When you approach Blinsky's Toys, I have a thing for that. Theater of the Mind. So you arrive at the ramshackle building with a wooden sign in front that's cut in the shape of a rocking horse with a bee on it. The door is not wrecked, but it is hanging a little bit cockamamie on its hinges.
Is that different from when I first arrived? Oh,
Sure
shit.
is.
Ooh. Corvus, you done fucked up?
I wasn't
I
sure
really
you guys were
did.
going back here, but I'm glad you didn't.
No.
It sure is. It seems closed, but it's definitely like the bottom is sticking out about 1.5 inches, and the top is like just twisted a little bit, but it seems to be closed.
Well, that's a bit odd.
Corvus, this wasn't like this earlier.
No, I mean, it wasn't.
Lee goes to knock on the door.
Sure. Yes, come on in. We're open.
Lee opens the door and gestures for the other two to walk through. Ladies first.
Corvus walks in.
Yeah. She walks in. Lee, I don't think you were here for this, but it is a eclectic mishmash, overwhelming collection of really weird toys. There's something off about all of them. Maybe some of them actually look normal from the outside, but enough of them look just outwardly weird, like a little carousel toy, but instead of horses, there are like wolves with blood dripping from their fangs, with like
Normal
bloody
stuff.
mouths and stuff. There's just like, they all seem like normal kids' toys, except something's just like really weird about each and every one of them, and they're everywhere. Irina kind of storms in as if she was about to like say something coming in hot, but she like stops and stares around, and just sort of like taking in the unexpected scene in front of her. So either of you can act first. Convenient. You don't see Blinsky at the moment, but Corvus, you would know that his counter is sort of like around the corner through a couple of the shelves.
I'll clear my throat. Blinsky, I brought some friends who thought they would be interested in some of your wares. I'm sorry, did something happen to your door since the last time we spoke?
Welcome to Blinsky's. Welcome. He would say.
Don't you say all is well?
Nope. I don't think he ever does.
It's no fun, it's no Blinskys.
Where is it? There it is. Yes, he says, welcome, friends, to the House of Blinsky, where happiness and smiles can be brought at bargain prices. Perhaps you know a little child in need of joy, a little toy for a girl or boy. By the time you make it around the shelf to see him, he's just sort of like running his hands through his hair at the counter at the end.
Why do I feel bad for Blinsky?
Because he's apparently an ally that I fucked up. Blinsky, you look... I'm sorry, I'm talking like you. You look a little tired, my friend. Perhaps I could help you with that. And I'm gonna pull out a little cordial.
He smiles and says, "Ah, yes. It is very kind. I accept."
I hand him one potion of healing.
Oh shit. Okay, he doesn't seem hurt, but he says, he sniffs it and says, "This something special from land where you come."
Yes.
He just like lifts it up to you and downs it.
I'm gonna delete that potion of healing. Yep, there
Yep.
you go.
He says, "Ah, it tastes like blood.
Well,
I don't like it a little bit though. Is this weird? I am no vampire. Ha ha! Just joking. What What may I do for you today?
First I want to see, is his monkey around?
Yeah.
Don't like that. I don't like that fucking monkey.
Yeah, monkey is. As you look around, you realize the monkey is like on a shelf, like right behind you, about 1.5 feet away.
Duh! Well,
Its fingers are currently like picking into your hat.
okay, okay.
As soon as you notice it, it like pulls its hand back and goes and runs away.
Well, I just wanted to. Okay, that monkey is creepy as hell.
He's very happy.
Lee flashes his his amber shard that he has as like a necklace, kind of like as if it was like a police badge, and then just kind of puts it back away. He says, "Actually, we're here investigating the disappearance of a girl from Stani camp. Just wondering if you'd heard anything about it."
Oi, missing little girl. This is terrible news. I have had no children in my store in many days. What can I do to help? Blinsky would like to do anything to help the little girls and boys.
Have you sold any toys recently, besides to my companion here?
You were my last customer. I had customer come today, but
Is that who messed up your door?
I do not mean to trouble you with my own worries. You are here at Blinsky's, this shop of wonders. You are here to be happy, and I am here to help make you happy. You do not need to worry about my door.
Abe, you know who fucked up his door. Whoever commissioned that doll that you stole fucked up his door.
Yeah, I know that, but Blinsky, I will only be happy if I know who beseeched this wonderful property of yours.
Blinsky at this point, his eyes wander, and he says, I am sorry. I am Geralt Blinsky, he says to Irina. And looking over again at Lee. Welcome to my shop. It is good to have you here. I am here to help make all people in this land truly happy. Not this nonsense of Burgermeister, truly happy from the gut, where you feel it right here. True happy.
I want to do perception, I guess, to see if I think he really does want to make people happy, or is he just like bullshit?
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I roll an insight? Is that what that?
Yeah.
What is it in this
Make
game?
that a secret roll, please. Perception.
Is it perception? Okay.
Yeah, good. Reroll a secret.
Reroll it. It's Blinsky's.
Is no fun. Is no Blinsky. Nice. You both buy the fervency.
Okay.
You know, his heart seems to be into whatever he's saying.
Corbett, maybe you could sketch that symbol that we found. See if you...
Oh, one more time. I
Sketch
only heard
the
a chip
symbol?
bag. Can you say that again, Chris?
What was that, Lee?
Oh, Corvus, can you sketch that symbol that you found?
Well, I could do one better, and I just flip the ring around. Does this mean anything to you? We're looking for a missing child.
Oh, seems like signet ring of some noble man, big and mighty strong. Press your ring and wax and leave your seal. That is what I see.
Does the name
Particular seal?
Kazan mean anything to you?
Kazam. I think I read a book about this once.
Was it a good book?
It was very funny.
It didn't
Man
happen.
says word, man gets big magic powers and defeats evil, but makes jokes the entire time. Very funny.
He's actually little boy.
You know, I appreciate that. It didn't say where Kazam's tower happened to be, did it?
Oh, I think tower? No tower.
That's a shame.
The work of fiction, as far as I know.
Oh,
you never know.
Well, of course. I mean, Blinsky is.
Piccolo, get away from there.
Damn
The
monkey.
monkey was currently reaching out to pick something out of Irina's hair, and she like lets out a yell and like swats back at the monkey. Monkey.
Blinsky, we were talking earlier about having maybe something commissioned. We were talking earlier about you have individuals who commission different items from time to time. I mean, I'm just curious, some of the individuals that come into your establishment asking for special items like that. Do tell.
Roll a
performance.
Secret diplomacy.
Damn it.
You good at that one?
Diplomacy.
Is that the one you didn't take? Like the one charisma skill you didn't take?
No, it's actually trained, but
Alright, there you go.
It's a plus 11.
Alright. That ain't bad. Okay.
Thomas.
While this man has often acted a buffoon and spoken like a buffoon, I'll say, Lee, you're kind of watching while this conversation is going on. You catch like a twinkle of growing kind of recognition in this man's eyes, and sort of a twinkle of understanding that maybe belies his like buffoonery, as Corvus is talking. He says, "Hey," and Lee, you would probably pick up that he glances over at Irina and a little bit of understanding crosses over his eyes. He actually will take off the puffy hat.
Does he have a third head?
Yeah. There are 3 children hidden underneath.
No! God, no!
Oh no!
You monster!
What the hell? Where's my picture of Blinsky?
Oh my god, is there a picture without his head on? Is he headless?
No. No, but he takes the hat off and just sort of, as he sort of glances over at Irina, he sort of starts wringing his hat a little bit in his hands. He says, I'm sorry. Is this... I must ask, what exactly are you inquiring about? I am loath to talk about my other customers. So few come through these days. And so few paying customers that I would hate to ostracize anymore. He sort of glances towards his front door.
Lee kind of like leans his elbow on the counter and looks at Corvus, and he's like, "Yes, Corvus. What is this all about?"
Blinsky, I know that not all will be well always, and I am concerned for your well-being. Some of these patrons you speak of perhaps do not have the best intentions. And I'm going to slide over the rest of my gold, which is actually only 8 silver and 5 copper pieces.
Sure.
Although I may not pay as much as the others, perhaps
I,
information is quite helpful.
I I have no interest in your money. he he says, a certain man came here asking for same doll, time and time again. Doll of fair skinned, red haired maiden wearing chest armor with sword. Different costumes, of course, but he sort of glances up at Irina, who is conspicuously wearing exactly that. Um, I did not have. I prepared such doll for him this time, but it was not here, and he was very upset. I am lucky he did not do more to damage my store on the way out. He was not happy.
I'm sorry, friend. I have to insist. Who is this friend?
Eh, Constable of town, Izek Strasny. He asked me for many such dolls throughout the weeks. I am sorry, miss, you look familiar. You have a very pretty face, but who are you? He says towards Irina. And just let her answer. You want to interject?
The constable is the dude with like the fiery arm.
Yep.
Fuck me!
That dickhead.
Dude
Not
with
good.
fiery arm and is a dick. I am. Oof. Ooh.
All will be well.
Oh my god. I jump in. This is my niece, Irina. I'm gonna use her real name, just Irina.
Sure. She looks surprised, but looks over towards you. Oh, yes. You just look very much like. Is none of my business. I am just humble toy maker, here to serve and make people happy.
Well, I've heard other people talk of what she looks like. I'm just curious to know if it's the same. Who did you think she resembled?
She looks like the dolls that are being commissioned by Mr. Strasny. He comes in asking for doll, always with red hair, always different sorts of costumes. Sometimes he wants a red dress cinched at the waist with yellow petticoat. Sometimes he wants festival costume with flowers at lapels. Sometimes he wants. Irina looks just like gobsmacked as he goes through a few different states of dress of different dolls that were commissioned.
Is this a loved one of his? It's just curious. He has so many ideas.
What do you take me for? I am no Snoop. I am toy maker.
You are a Blinskis.
Someone commissioned red-haired woman in dress. I make them red-haired woman in dress. Someday I will be like legendary toy maker Fritz van der Voot. I will make best toy in all the land.
Fuck.
Lee turns to Corvus and he turns to Corvus, but he kind of speaks towards Blinsky and he says, thank you, Mr. Blinsky, for your time. Sorry about your door. If you have any more trouble with the constable, maybe we can help you, but we still have to look for that missing girl.
Are you? He looks rather sincere for a moment. He says, he leans towards you, Lee, and says, Are you also here to help make people happy?
Lee turns back to him and he says, yes, but really happy, not the fake happy.
Yes. Yes. This is the highest calling. The calling. You. He pokes you like right in the sternum. You're very muscly. You have heart of toy maker. I cannot stop poking. This is like toy all of its own.
Lee kind of like grabs his hand and like turns it into like a handshake kind of thing. And he says, maybe one day, maybe when I'm done with all of this, but not for a while.
We all work in our own ways. Happiness. Very noble goal. Isn't that right, Piccolo? Piccolo, where are the... monkey. This is the toy maker he referenced. Fritz von Vierg.
Come on, Chorus. I think we should try to find the others and get to that hunter.
Von Vierg. Well, of course, Lee. Blinsky, I hope, in fact, I implore you to become as good as this Fritz von Veer you speak of. True happiness is, well, it's within us all, but it requires someone to unlock it. I hope that someone's you.
Yes. Yes. Yes! Someday I will, just like the legendary Fritz von Veer. I too will make Clockwork Man that is just as happy as me.
I'm
Yes.
sorry. What about a Clockwork Man?
I will make one. Good idea. You, this is your idea. You.
Lee just kind of like puts his head in his hair, in his palm. Oh God.
I will make it in your likeness. The two of you combined into one Mega Man. I will call it Mega Man.
Super fighting robot.
Like
Mega Man.
Corvus Lee, Lee, not Lee. I don't know what your last name is. I'm just gonna keep saying Lee. Lee Knox Corvus. I like the idea.
You must not. You must not.
I agree.
All right, I'm sorry. I kind of love it now.
He starts to he starts scraping over his desk for some papers and he starts to sketch. I am here if you need toys. Do not please abide my rudeness, but I must write down ideas. He begins to sketch.
Well, of course, Blinsky. If you need us, we'll be in town a little longer. Thank for you. We're gonna leave now.
Irina confesses to you after you leave that every costume that was described by Blinsky, she had one of, or has worn something similar in the past. She is very surprised.
That's one way to put it.
Lee's gonna ask her if she's okay, but we can skip to Ro and Silas.
What the
She
fuck is
she
Irene?
nods.
What the fuck?
It's a lot. But, Silas and Roe are heading to the Blue Water Inn, yeah?
Huh?
Do you
Yeah.
actually go to the Blue Water Inn after all this, or do you need to stop
Wait,
and talk somewhere?
we, have I ever healed Irina?
Probably. Have you?
I assume so.
I feel like you have.
Right? I feel like I have. And we saw her interact with her brother, and we've seen other people talk to her. Okay, yeah, we'll go to the Blue Water Inn.
Sure. Okay. You go to the Blue Water Inn. It's still loading. Damn it. Why it's not loading for me either? Do you guys see it?
Not yet.
It's fine. Finger of the mind. The Blue Water Inn. I have a description. This is a 2-story wooden building with a stone foundation and a sagging tile roof, upon which several ravens have perched. There's a blue waterfall painted on a wooden sign hanging above the main entrance. Outside the front door, you see a middle-aged woman who you recognize as Danica Martikov. No, that's not her name. His name is Martikov, but they have different last names. Danica Korolova, who is sweeping the front stoop with a broom. And there are 2 young boys that seem to be playing in the street right outside the front. She's sort of idly watching them.
Ro will greet her.
Oh, hello there.
Have you seen Soldar the Hunter?
She thinks for a moment. No, not for a few days. Wow, it really has been a few days since you came into town, hasn't it? They haven't been back since the morning you all arrived, actually.
Is that typical, or are they usually here more often?
Oh, that's fairly typical. I think they come in every once in a while when they want a little bit of town comfort and convenience. A home-cooked meal that's a little bit better than whatever they muster on their campfires and whatever they do out there.
We're hoping to recruit them to help us find something out in the wilderness. Do you know where they are when they're not here?
She says, I believe they keep a camp somewhere on the Luna River. It's just to the west of town. And I think they're close to Lake Zarovich, the mouth of Lake Zarovich. Where exactly, I couldn't say myself.
Can you tell us anything about Zoldar?
I know he's rather quiet. No, that's not true. He's the talkative one. He and his partner come in every once in a while. He does most of the talking. His accomplice really? I didn't write that down? Come on.
Come
Sorry, I have it here. Yevgeny. Yevgeny's the quiet one, but he doesn't talk much about what they do. But judging by the amount of skins they bring into town, they seem to be at least accomplished in hunting wolves and the like, deer. I'm sorry, I don't know much about pelts, but they come in with quite a few pelts when they do come into town. Although, I do see him walking around with those savage traps. If they're not careful, someone's going to step in one of those.
Traps?
Wolf traps. Bear traps? The ones with, like, the teeth and the jaws? You guys saw a nasty wound. In fact, Ro, you treated a nasty wound on Luvash's leg where he said he stepped in a wolf trap.
Stepped in a
Right.
wolf trap.
Right.
Hello,
Mm.
kitten. My skeleton cat.
Danica, how much do you know about the village of Barovia and their, the families there?
I know a bit, I suppose. What do you care to know?
The ruling family. What members are there of that family?
Well, there's I know the leader of the town recently died, sadly. From what I understood, he was a good man and well liked. Recently, word has come with the refugees that the sun has taken over Ismark. The refugees don't seem to have much hope or faith in anything, but they all at least agreed that he was a kind young man. Not very many of them believed that he was ready to lead. And then again, if they had, they probably wouldn't have left. And I've met Irina. In fact, I believe she came into town with you all. Rumor says correctly. For very, very kind things about her. And in fact, I know she spent some time in here, in our town, years ago.
Oh, how many years ago?
Oh, she was just turning into womanhood then, so perhaps 5, 6 years ago? She was being trained in getting other perspectives on diplomacy, politics, whatever nobles need to learn. Estates? Is that what they learn? Estates? But I know she spent some time with the Baron here, under tutelage. Every time, the first few times they started mentioning Irina, Silas, not much happened. But by like the third or fourth time Irina's name came up, Danica's starting to like glance at you and like gauge your responses. She's picking up on some easiness there, that's all.
Yep.
We'll be back if you happen to see Soldar, would you just pass him a message that we would like to speak with him?
Oh, of course. Are you all well? I was expecting. We got along fairly well the first day. I was expecting you all would be staying at the inn, but it's been a few nights. Is everything all right?
A lot has happened. We're helping where we can.
It's been a weird couple of days.
Shit has happened.
Well, there are rooms here available for you if you need.
Ro will say, I don't know if we will, but it's very possible. And she will hand her 3 gold pieces.
Oh,
What's this for?
For your smile.
Well, it is very likely we will have you in your hospitality.
Would you like me to hold a room for you?
The whole inn.
Well, if you're full, no worries, but just this is consider it credit. We'll be back soon.
She just gives you a little bit of a puzzled look and says, "All right. Keep your secrets. No, she says, oh,
Do something special for your boys with it.
We appreciate
never-
a kind face in a strange land.
she, what'd you say?
I said we appreciate a kind face in a strange land.
She just gives you a little bit of a smile and a nod and says, for as cheap as kind faces come, it's a shame you haven't seen more. And I can tell you've never had any children, miss. Because I'm never going to buy anything worth 3 gold for my kids. She gives you a smile. But I will make sure this is put towards good use, towards their future. She smiles. They would waste it on sweets anyways.
Oh, of course, I didn't. No, I don't think you should pass it on to them, but for their care.
She just gives you a little bit of a smile with a little bit of a glimmer in her eyes and teasing. But we'll have a room ready for you if you need it, of course.
I think I have anything else for her.
No.
Fuck.
Ro will sort of smile and nod and wander off, but Terpra said to Silas, Irina studied with the Baron here?
Yeah.
Did she mention that to us?
Who? What?
They said they were old friends.
She spent some time at tutelage here.
Did Irina tell us that, though?
She did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
When we were going to the
She said it was a long time ago, but yeah.
when we were going to the Baron's house, she was coming out.
Right. Why would he have a book that says she died?
What?
I don't know,
Putting in my notes.
but it's rather unnerving.
And there's that dream she told us of.
And the whole legend of the woman with the red hair.
Mm-hmm.
What about that legend?
You're not here.
The suspense.
Well, I put it in my notes. Legend with red hair. What?
As you guys are starting to walk away from the Blue Water Inn, the two of you notice down the street.
Is it 3 children?
Nope.
Fuck. No.
Standing in the corner.
Roll initiative.
You do see 3 figures, though.
Oh god.
Oh no.
It is a towering man,
Constable.
arms crossed, and the hilt of some sort of weapon sticking up over his shoulder, staring in your direction. And behind him are 2 guards. They seem to be having a conversation behind him with some sort of a townsfolk.
That douchebag with the weird arm.
Uh-huh.
Cool. I'll keep heading in that direction.
Sure.
Word him?
Oh
I
no.
mean, we were already walking that way.
I know, but we could just
Nope.
I don't know, like
Principle of matter.
Nope.
going another
Nope.
way.
Nope.
Go
I'm going
around.
this way.
Look, Dane, we're gonna burn this town down.
We
Whether
are not
Vlad
gonna
is
put
dead,
in charge.
this town dies.
Ro, I just want to remind you that you and my interaction with this guy our last time was not the most cordial.
It was definitely not.
He alters his course to walk towards you guys.
No, here he comes. Okay, he's coming. Silas kind of slides behind Ro,
It's fine.
which
She
I
adjusts.
was gonna say. I assume Ro is just slightly shorter than Silas, so
Yep.
he's kind of like doing this behind her.
Fine. She takes up a lot of
He's
space.
just tall and lanky.
Uh-huh.
Banana peel.
Staying out of trouble. Outsiders.
That's debatable.
Oh, really?
Did you need a word?
Oh, just waiting for you to give me an excuse.
An excuse to what?
Put you where you belong.
Where is it that we belong?
He nods over his shoulder towards the town square. Remember seeing there's some stocks up there. So up to me, you'd be out of this town forever.
What is it that we have done to upset you so?
He says, "Done." He leans towards you and just says, "I don't need a reason."
That was just our general presence that upsets you then.
Something
Perhaps
like
the
that.
fact that we are not terrified of you, ready to cow to you, that bothers you so.
His eyes narrow a bit. Just give me a reason.
You do not frighten us.
He actually just kind of like thinks about that and nods. Says, "No, you're probably right. I'm just here to keep the law. It's a good thing none of the refugees outside of town have broken the law yet. Sure, it would be a shame if any trouble started out there.
What do you
I'd hate to see what would happen to any of them."
What do you mean by that?
What does that have to do with us?
Oh, no, I was just letting my mind wander.
Because if we're not afraid of you, then you'll feel better if you go find someone who is and prey upon them.
He says, "Ah, your words cut deep." And he gives you a little nod and says, "So happy to hear you're following the laws of our land. All will be well."
As she walks away, she, in her normal volume, says, "Now, Silas, that is the example I was just telling you of the large man who is so small inside and tries so hard to compensate."
Oh my god.
You would, yeah. He kind of looks back at it. Better row.
As she's walking away, she says, in her normal voice. She doesn't raise her voice. She doesn't say it quietly. She just says it.
Silas is kind of walking behind her, kind of looking at her, then looking back at him, to see if he's turning around and following him.
Be cool, Silas. Be cool.
Oh no. Yeah, he's staring after you guys. He looks like he's fuming. Silas, you would notice that. And he just holds up one finger towards you as you look back, Silas.
I'll just kind of turn my head back and march behind Ro. Oh, that was wow. That was. He's big. He's a big guy. He's a big guy.
He is.
That arm. What's with that arm? Anyways, we should find the others. Are we going to the camp? Is that what we're gonna do?
I believe they were headed to the toy store.
Listen, we should be careful. If he's set up traps, we need to be aware of that. That wound that... What was his name? Zorgash?
Luvash.
Zerbagon.
That wound that Luvash had looked nasty.
It did. Silas, what do you think Irina is?
I don't know. I've seen some strange stuff, but
You have definitely seen and experienced some strange stuff.
Secret.
Do you have any sort of special insight?
if you want my honest opinion,
I do.
I think she may just be an orphan. Now, how she ended up where she is, I don't know.
An orphan who replaced the original Irina, or
I think maybe Ismark and his father were not 100% truthful with us, or with Irina for that matter. I agree, it's all very strange, and I think we need to investigate it more, but I'm worried. Because she's part of our party, that might be difficult.
you think she's trying to deceive us, or she's been deceived?
I think the latter is more likely. There's no doubt that Strahd wants something with her. And it might have some connection to this past that we found out about.
You think she's connected to the Vistani?
It's possible.
What about you, Silas? Are you connected to the Vistani?
I'm just as much a stranger in this land as any of you are. I don't know what you mean.
Insight check.
I'll just let you read that however you want, Rachel. I don't want to get into too much, like. Yeah.
Are you though, Silas? Just as much of a stranger as the rest of us?
He kind of grabs his scarf and kind of plays with it a little bit.
She looks pointedly at his scarf and then up at his face.
And you see that, I mean, you've always noticed this about Silas. The scarf is, like, shockingly out of place for the rest of his aesthetic. It's just multicolored and bright. And he says, well, yeah. This is all just very strange. Listen, we should find the others, and we can tell them when there's, when we get a moment away from Irina. I think they should
Hey,
know too.
guys. What is, you're looking so serious.
Y'all make it in the end.
He'll actually, Silas will actually, like, jump. Like, yeah, oh, hi.
Soldar's not in town, has not been for a few days.
Not in the
Oh, Silas, what are you talking about me?
No,
That's
I
really
was just
cute.
saying, I was just saying, where's Irina and the rest of them? They should be here. Why aren't they here? You're here now. They're here.
Look, Blinsky's place was broken into, or demolished. I don't even know, but he could be a friend of ours. I just don't know how to get through to him.
What? His place was broken into?
Yeah, the door was off the hinges. It was askew. It was a terrible sight. He looked kind of shaken up. Perhaps, someone stole a certain doll that was commissioned. And perhaps the patron was a little upset. And it turns out that patron is that weirded armed freak that walks through town.
Yeah, we ran into him again.
The
Yeah,
guard.
what's his name? Douchebag.
Yep.
Super creepy guy.
Yep.
Why is he making dolls about me?
I don't know. He's also making threats about the refugees.
Look, we could just take him out now, or we could go find this guy we're supposed to find.
I mean, eventually we're gonna take out him and his boss, right?
This whole town, we're gonna lay it to waste.
I don't know about that.
Most
Wait,
of
you're
it.
telling me
A little
You're telling me-
extreme.
you're telling me that the sheriff commissioned a doll of Irina?
multiple dolls.
Wait, he's the sheriff
I
of
look
this
very
town?
pointedly over to Ro.
Yeah, different outfits, different summer dresses. It was very detailed.
Super creepy.
He doesn't seem like the toy type.
No. He seems like the I wear one glove because my other glove doesn't fit my giant arm kind.
That's good. Well,
We'll have to deal with the constable, but we still should try to find this girl first.
I'm really worried about the girl.
I think you're right, Lee. I think we need to go find this hunter. I'm sure it'll just be a simple walk in the park lake.
Silas makes a good point that we should tread carefully because there are probably nasty traps out there. So we should not rush forward.
I just remember
Yes.
that's his name. That's his name.
Nasty traps.
The guy with the arm.
Yes.
The guy with the arm.
Weird Arm Sheriff?
Let me
Yeah,
check my
we're
notes.
Here, let me put it in the Curse of Strahd chat here.
Yes, please do.
Weird Arm Sheriff.
It is Axe Strasbourg. What about
Do
him?
you see his name, Rachel? His name.
Yes, Rachel, tell us all about his name.
Oh, shit. Hang on.
I knew I'd heard it before. I just couldn't remember that was his name.
Oh. Wait, what?
And
How
he's
is she-
commissioning dolls of her.
Wait, but no, that's her brother that we met.
No,
What is
Incorrect.
going on with you two?
incorrect.
It is a little strange. Did you
What
have a
is
lot
going
to
on
drink
with
at the
you two?
end?
I kind of
Lee,
pull
do-
Ro to the
do-
side, and I'm whispering to her. Ismark was the brother that we met. Ismark had a different look to him, a different father.
Wait a minute.
Isaac. And he opens the book and points to the passage. Isaac.
Oh, it's a different Irina.
No, I don't think it is.
I think
Lee, do you see the eyebrow waggling they are doing?
no, I think it's a different Irina.
Lee
And that's
like
why
kind of
he's
clears
weird
his
about
throat.
her.
He's like, is there something you want to share with the rest of the class?
I slam the
Yeah.
book very loudly and turn around. Nope. Nothing to see here. We're going to the camp. I believe that was the plan.
Koyana.
I'm so
Koyana.
confused, but yes,
What?
the
Okay.
camp.
Meanwhile, Rose
And-
whispering behind me to herself.
Andy, what is Mark and Irina's dad's name?
Kolyan. Endarovich, I think. Kolyan. Oh, so the naming in here is usually people's surname is based on their father's first name. So like Irina and Ismark are both Kolyana and Kolyanovich because Kolyan is their father's first name. And I think he was Kolyan Endarovich was his name.
Silas, it's a different person entirely.
Oof. Are we sure?
Yes.
A different person named. Meanwhile, is from a family that she doesn't belong to.
A person.
Who are you convincing? Me or you?
Both.
We should discuss it later.
Okay.
They're looking at us. They're all looking.
All right, it's fine.
Silas, you get a
Silas and
message
I,
into your
listen,
head.
Silas brings an excellent point up that there are a lot of nasty traps out there for bears that we should be careful of.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I was saying. That's the only thing I was saying to Ro.
Well, you don't have to be so secret about it.
I didn't want to alarm anybody about the traps.
Look, it's getting a little bit late. Should we head out now, or do you want to rest for the night? We could. I'm okay under the stars. Honestly, this town's a little stuffy for me, but I'm okay to stay one more night.
Might be easier to see the traps in the daylight. If there are traps.
How many traps could there be?
Well, if they're protecting their camp from wolves or other things.
Let's head out. Lisa, I don't
He
want
says,
to
"Let's
waste.
head out."
I don't want to waste more time.
Taking charge.
Silas, you hear a message inside your head. And it's just, what the fuck is with you two?
I kind of look over to Corvus and my eyes are just wide.
You get a reply back. Fuck. Perhaps a night on the stars would do us all good. I got a bedroll.
I rolled up bed.
I think probably Irina and Lee are already walking off. So if you three wanted to have a conversation, you can go.
Okay. I take the book and I shove it
I mean,
into
speak for you there,
Corvus's.
Chris, but
I take the book and I shove it into Corvus's chest, and I go, the passage where it's marked. Read it now.
I don't have
quickly,
time
before
to
she
read
looks.
it.
Read
it,
the passage.
Corvus.
Okay,
Read
okay,
it.
okay. I'm a slow reader. I need you all to be quiet. Shush.
I'm gonna send it to you. Hold on. Nope, not that one.
Chapter 12. It was midnight.
No, it's the
No,
one right
chapter
there, I marked it.
14.
Irina says over to you, Lee. She's like, it almost seems as if they aren't even worried about finding this girl. What are they doing back there? Are they reading a book? Are you serious right now?
Look,
No, coming. We're coming. We're coming. I'm gonna shuffle off, leaving the book with Corvus.
Corvus, has he been commissioning these Irina dolls before she got to town, or only since she arrived?
damn it, Ro, I'm trying to read this passage. What about the dolls?
Has Weird Arm Sheriff been commissioning these dolls for a long time, or only since Irina got to town?
I closed the book with the bookmark in it. It seems like a while. Before she got to town, I believe. Do you want me to read this or not? I got to something about records and she was 18. Do you want me to keep going?
Yeah, read it. Read it.
Okay. And I look at it for a
With
while,
your
and then I
permission.
open the book, and then I keep reading.
How many dolls did he commission?
Jesus, I'm trying to read it. It's been a couple. There was a dress in a yellow, and then a red, and then some armor. Look, I don't even think you want me to read this passage. More than 3. He kept rambling. I stopped paying attention. Anyways, the daughter of Irina, according to... I gotta read that sentence again. Look, I'll catch up. Just go.
Coming. We're coming.
All right. So the two of you catch up to Lee and Irina.
Yeah.
What the hell? And I come running after everyone with the book. What the fuck?
So Lee and I, we were hoping to maybe rescue a little girl today.
Yeah, no, we're all on the same page. Sorry, I thought of something in an old field guide I had about traps. So we're good now. I think Corvus is caught up. I kind of nudge Corvus.
Oh my God! Why did you guys go so far? I gotta catch my breath. Hold on a moment. Oh, bless my stars! You drop this, Silas. Here you go, and I hand him the book back.
Oh, that's not mine, Corvus. I believe that belongs to Lee.
Oh, yes, Lee. You drop this. You should read the mark in the page with the. I pass it to him.
Irina just like rolls her eyes and walks ahead. She's like, "You guys are so stupid." But she just walks on ahead.
I'll walk beside her and just be like, "Oh, so Irina, how are you? How are things?"
Oh, is this how we're going to play it? We're going to play it dumb?
I don't know what you're talking about. It's just you have experience with hunters or things before? Okay,
Oh,
Chris,
yeah.
I'll send you the passage if you're looking at it. But I guess we can just talk about it out loud now.
Lee's actually not gonna read the book.
He's not gonna read it. He just throws it on the ground.
No, he like throws it in his pack. Like, I'll look at this later. He wants to find a girl.
Leah doesn't have time for drama.
For no drama.
Nice.
All right. Yeah, we're gonna head toward the
Sure.
mouth of the river.
Nice. So, as you head outside of town, we can yeah, I'll kind of set the scene here as you guys are getting going to meet Soldar and Yevgeny. I think that'll be
Who the fuck is Yevgeny?
his partner,
Oh, okay.
Soldar's partner.
Let's find the quiet one.
Oh, right.
You do remember vaguely, like they didn't say much. Even Soldar, even the one that did talk during Rick Tavio's story.
What the
Rick Tavio was getting that big vampire story. Only one of the two hunters talked at all. Even that one didn't talk too much. I think one of you talked to them a little bit, but not too much. The path ahead is uneven and littered with pebbles and overgrown in parts by moss and wild grass. To the left of you, you see the trees of the Spalach wood, standing tall and foreboding. And to the right, there's a chill breeze sweeping in from Lake Zarovich, tinged with a faint brackish scent, with damp earthiness and old silt mixed in. Every once in a while, you hear the mournful croak of a distant raven. In fact, Charlize Theron has made her way back to you. The only sound that breaks the eerie silence is the squelching of mud beneath your feet and the quiet lapping of the waves against the shore. It's not quite total dark yet, but it's getting dusky. And you see that the moon is going towards the new moon. You've
Oh,
only
no.
been in the land for a week or so. But yeah, it's anyone intellectually minded might make a mental note of like, yeah, it's probably been about 6 or 7 nights that you've been in this town, this land. But so far the moon has passed from full moon to new moon in about 7 days. Rather than normal like 14 days. It's not long before the air is tinged with the faint scent of fur and the familiar metallic tang of blood. Ahead of you hear the sound of rushing water, and you see a place where the dark waters of the lake flow swiftly into the mouth of a river, kind of disappearing southward into the woods. You've been following the edge of Lake Zarovich for a little bit.
Zarovich.
There's a small but crudely built shack that's tucked away from the water's edge a little bit, with worn timbers, weathered with age, and not far away from there is a stone slab resting on a cracked, mossy stone circle. Yeah. And that's all you see. You probably see a trickle of smoke coming from a chimney in the shack.
Hunt shack.
Hunt shack, baby, hunt shack.
Andy, would you repeat the thing about the slab and the moss circle?
Yeah, there is an old stone slab
Sacrifice stone.
resting on a cracked, mossy stone circle.
Don't quote the old magic. I was there when it was written. Okay, got it. Thanks. That's very descriptive for something that we shouldn't just investigate right away.
Yeah, yeah, but you don't see anybody else outside. Looks like a kind of a clearing with some other camp stuff. You see there's probably like an axe with some split wood, like a pile of split wood. This looks to be sort of just like a lived-in camp.
And you said it was getting pretty dark?
Yeah, it's going to be dark.
Okay.
Probably took you an hour or two to get here.
You want me to knock or row or Lee? We can set Irina up.
Lee kind of clears his throat and he says, "Hey, are you hunters here?"
Okay. After a moment, you see a figure appears at the door, warm light on fire inside, sort of silhouetting this person. Large-ish figure, and a voice says, "We are hunters. Who goes there?" It's a good voice for them. Should go like Clint Eastwood.
Name's Lee. We're looking for Zoldar.
Actually, I think these guys might have just Barovian accents. That is me. I am Zoldar. What brings you looking for me?
The son of the Burgermeister said you might be able to help us find a tower of sorts. Out near Lake, whatever that was.
Bartok.
Sure. The figure walks out, and you see now that it's a man, fairly fit, athletic, has a lot of pelts, primarily like gray wolf pelts, formed into armor and warm clothing on top of it. And he steps out, shutting the door behind him, and he crosses his arms, sort of gauging you all, and says, "I may have heard of such a place. For a fee, I can tell you where it is. For more fee, I can take you there myself."
Would it reduce the cost if you knew a little girl's life was in danger?
He considers you for a moment. And he would say, "I'll tell you where it is for promise of free drinks back in town. Price reduced," he says.
Corvus digs into his pocket and pulls out 8 silver pieces. Well, as much as 8 silver pieces will buy us.
He looks down at your arm, at the silver pieces, and he says, "Save it for the drink. I'll give you directions."
Well, that's mighty kind of me.
You exit the Vallaki from the western sunset gate. Cross the bridge that goes across this river, the Luna. At the Luna River crossroads, you take the northern branch, following the sign for Lake Baratok, and continue down the path, bending from the woods. The tower you seek is on the southeast side of the lake. It's in a strange peninsula, but it is on the edge of the lake.
As far as you know, is the tower occupied?
I don't know about any occupants to this tower, but I have seen signs of worse than wolves. Wolf men. On the northern path and in the Svalage woods. The woods to the west of Vallaki, where you will be traveling. They are seem to be the preferred hunting grounds for a new pack of werewolves.
Werewolf. There, wolf. Their castle.
No, their tower. We're talking about tower.
Oh, tower. Their tower.
That tower.
Why are you talking like that? I thought you would do.
Footsteps, footsteps, footsteps.
How many hours from Vallaki is this tower?
Half day's travel. Maybe he eyes you guys up. Maybe full day's travel.
Hey, we're pretty fast. Well, not Silas, but we're pretty fast.
Hey, I'm fast.
You're pretty slow. It's okay.
The werewolves are more aggressive now than they used to be. I think there may be a new alpha leading them. They are more dangerous, reckless.
Have you guys ever heard stories about someone getting bit by a werewolf? And what might happen to them?
You see there's another figure that's appeared in the doorway now. The two of them sort of exchange a look. And the one that's been talking to you looks back to you and says, none that have survived the tale.
Not concerning at all.
Are they mostly active at night then?
Mostly.
He looks up at the moon and says, most active during the full moon, but you have at least a week until that. However, they can attack at any time. They're not limited by the moon. It seems to drive them, though. Drive into more of a frenzy.
Interesting.
Lee kind of looks around to see if anybody else has questions for the hunters. If not, he kind of like offers his hand and says, drinks next time in the tavern then.
I look forward to it. If you... He laughs and says, if you survive the experience.
There haven't been other missing children, have there?
He sobers up pretty quick from his joke at that. He's not a monster.
No.
No, this is one of the townsfolk.
One of the Stani.
Oh, the stunning.
He makes like a regrettable, like, clicking sound in his mouth. Not that I have heard of. We haven't seen any human remains. He
They
looks back
also
at his partner, who just shakes his head.
they also took the head of an adult.
Who did?
The girl was missing, and so was the head of the adult with her.
Someone kidnapped the girl? I thought you were talking about a child that wandered away from the camp.
No, she was taken by someone who owned this ring. And I'm gonna hold it up. I'm gonna show it to him. What do we got to lose?
Sure. He glances at it and just sort of shrugs. I don't know what that is. I haven't seen anyone with a girl. But I haven't been looking.
What we know is that a girl is missing, and that where she was last suspected to be, there was a body with no head. Not her body.
And not just the head, but a body. A body, no head.
Well, it was not me.
The body
Only-
wasn't savaged by animals either.
And it wasn't the werewolves either.
That was my
I haven't yet seen a corpse that met a werewolf that wasn't mangled in some way.
It was multiple cuts, right? Like multiple small cuts?
Yep.
Not like one axe beheading, like one chop.
Bingo.
Little
They're like
bits.
hack, hack, hack.
Not so much hack, more like,
Saw.
Slice, slice, slice.
yeah,
Rip, rip,
like
rip.
someone's slicing at it with a knife.
Gross.
A small blade of some kind.
But not like executioner axe.
Nope. Small blade. Small cuts.
Too small.
Somebody hacked off a head.
Seems like
Gross.
Barovia.
This little girl's actually
That's
strong.
Barovia.
Actually, Irina. They're all Irina.
Hmm.
Irina's all the brides.
Nope.
All right. If you guys will spare a little, like a 5-minute setup here, I think we have a good stopping point as you're traveling along this path.
5 minutes at a point.
So, Soldar would actually invite you guys to spend the night,
Oh, thank
camp
God.
at the inside the camp if you guys wanted to sleep here, where it's relatively like
I think it's probably safer than whatever our plan
Yep.
was. I'm just gonna wander around the woods and get eaten by werewolves.
you do hear it is a restless night, and those of you, which is all of you, that have been sleeping on pews inside the church, starting to feel it. Haven't had a lot of nights sleeping on the ground, sleeping on stone. No one's been taking time for baths.
What are
You're feeling
those?
it.
Yes.
Actually, I
You're
was
feeling
wondering, I don't know, like geography-wise, would it make sense to go back to Vallaki and spend the night and then leave from Vallaki in the morning?
You could. Your options now. I wish these maps were working, but
Because I was thinking like the camp was maybe like north of town, so
Yeah.
it wouldn't necessarily be closer than leaving from the town itself.
Oh, I see what you mean. What's actually closer?
Yeah.
yeah. So you're actually like Soldar would probably say like you're like closer to Lake Baratok right now, but you would be cutting through the Svalich woods and hoping you're going in the right direction.
Okay.
So you'll be going like
town,
through the
we have the road we can follow.
yeah, because the roads themselves should lead you like pretty much right to the lake
Okay.
from the road. So that's like the more
And it was like
less
maybe
direct path.
an
but
hour to
reliable.
get to the camp.
Yeah. So you could it'll probably be dark a little bit before you get back to town, but you could get back to Vallaki tonight.
Okay. Yeah, I think Lee would suggest going back to town and maybe staying at the inn and then
Sure.
leaving first thing.
Sure. All right. Where do you want to stay in town?
The blue water, right?
Blue
Just
water.
say Blue Water?
We got a room reserved.
Yeah, I feel like that's a good choice.
That's where we're supposed to be staying.
Irina
Maybe we'll get better sleep in a bed.
asks. Actually, I think Irina is just going to like. Would she ask? She's fairly conscientious. She's going to say, do you want me to stay at the church again?
Well, I mean, it is the safest haven right now.
Huh?
It's not exactly comfortable though.
And is it a true sanctuary at this point?
I have a
At least for
pallet
the next day.
to sleep on.
I mean, we all could bunk in the inn. That would be fine with me. I could keep the first watch.
Do you feel safe outside of the walls of the church at night?
Ugh.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
She considers that for a moment, and says, "Honestly, I think that none of us really know what's going on with any of this, and none of us." As much as I care, respect, and admire everyone here, I don't think any of us could stop Strahd from doing what he wants to do, if he put his mind to it. I don't really care to live my life worrying about what might happen, what he might do. He might come and attack. He might come and try to take me. He might kill someone. She like winces at that last one. He might do many things. And he could if he wanted to. She just shrugs and lets it sit at that.
So, comfortable rooms at the inn it is then.
My treat, she says. And you guys, she will go up to the counter and pay Danica some coins. And you guys get a night's rest at the Blue Water Inn.
How many rooms are we getting?
Which would you like? Yeah.
I don't
They
think
don't have a ton, but they do have several rooms. Let's see.
Only reason I'm asking is because if Lee is not in the same room as Irina, he will pull out the book and read the passage.
Nice.
Yeah.
How's it gonna do it right then?
Right in front of her.
Yep.
You guys can get 2 rooms if you want to. I think they have like 3 or 4 rooms there. Not a ton of rooms. But.
I would agree that 2 rooms and we split the difference.
I'm just gonna watch Irina while she sleeps.
You are?
No,
Watch her.
You good?
no, I don't. I trust her. I trust her implicitly. So later when we find out that she's one of the brides of Strahd, I'll be super mad.
Dun, dun, dun.
Smite her to death again.
Alright, I think since Chris is just about to read that stuff, maybe that's the right time for us just to like have a slow fade tonight rather than like a cliffhanger thing, because you guys just might need to talk for a minute.
Yep.
So much
So-
going on.
You all go to sleep for a restful night at the Blue Water Inn. And the storm brews
Did we actually get a full night's sleep?
Yeah.
I
Have we
clicked
met
it.
any other Irenas? Is Irina a common name?
I just see it seems very, very convenient that Irina is 20-something years old, and 18 years ago, a girl named Irina goes missing.
Mm-hmm.
Strange indeed.
Attacked by wolves and then saved by Boronovich or whatever his name is.
Yep.
I gotta pull these fucking
And
notes.
sort of adopted. But then, why would he send her back to the town she's from for tutelage?
We were taking her to the church to keep her safe from Strahd, right?
Right?
We're bringing her to Vallaki to keep her safe from Strahd.
Where presumably she is from Vallaki.
Would he have known that her brother was still there and creepy as F?
Probably not, right? So, okay. So they find this, like, 5-year-old girl in the woods after a wolf attack, and they adopt her.
Right?
They just never try to find her family or what town she's from.
It's possible that they don't know who her family is.
But I mean, she's gotta know she's from Vallaki, right?
So I'm trying to remember back. They mentioned something about the legend of a red-haired woman.
Mm-hmm.
Who mentioned that, and what was that about?
Kind of like
Was it?
folklore that it's bad luck, right?
Yeah. But where did that legend come from? Maybe that's the missing piece.
Gotta be older than her, though, right? So maybe they, like, abandoned their 4-year-old in the woods? Because she had red hair?
Well, it says they committed suicide by hanging.
Yo.
Do we really believe that?
Maybe they got hanged.
They offended Strahd somehow, or maybe this is all part of that prophecy, and because that's why he's seeking her in the first place, or at least that's what I assume. I don't know that for sure. This legend of the red hair woman is scaring Strahd, and that's why he's after her.
Did you get a chance to read that, Chris?
No, I don't have it.
I'll send it to you.
Yeah, you guys send me a Discord message.
Yep. I think that was technically Abe's job.
It was.
Maybe you handed him the book.
I'll do it. It's fine. Copy.
I got it.
You're getting it twice now. Copy.
Double.
Copy text. Oh my god. This is really difficult on the phone.
Indeed.
I did it. I figured out how to do it. Did you kill the server, or did I just get kicked?
I did. Sorry, it wasn't really working, so I just gave up on
Just
it.
fucking killed it. It's just gone. It's dead.
Well, we can't make the guy's son the ruler because he's a mess. And we can't make Irina the ruler because she's a ghost. So, I guess we have to be in charge.
Do we know that she's actually dead? I mean, because if the cause of death is unknown, how do they know that she actually died?
Yeah, I think she just went missing. And they took her to another town.
Well, maybe they had her go missing just so she wouldn't be taken.
So Strahd wouldn't come grab her.
Yeah, to help hide her.
And you think
Yeah.
Strahd murdered them?
Yep.
Yeah, I bet I bet she's like, she's not a ghost and she's alive, but either the records were just inaccurate or intentionally written to, as a form of
Altered.
deception.
Yeah, I meant figurative ghost. She's a figurative ghost.
She's a metaphorical ghost.
She's
So
got-
does her brother, her real brother, not her adopted brother, know who she is, or is he just fucked up from
Well,
losing his sister?
that's the question, because they saved her. Did they know who she is?
Mm.
And why does it matter who she is?
I meant her, like her creepy blood brother
Oh, I see.
in this town. Does he recognize her, or is he just like, I lost a redheaded sister and I'm fucked up about it?
I mean, he knows exactly what clothes she has, so
Yeah.
Right?
That's
Like
weird.
It
down to
does.
the detail. That's
Yeah, that's weird.
that's weird. That's real weird. I don't like it.
All right, so we gotta murder him.
Oh, we're gonna murder everyone in this town.
At some point, we're gonna fight him. He's gonna fight us.
Anybody sent you a secret message?
Oh my god. Why is it so small on my phone?
Secret message.
Wait, sorry, who are you murdering?
Everyone, but especially Weird Arm Guy.
You
I
don't
think
like
I'm
him?
wondering how does Ezek, like, for example, how does he know what clothes she has as an adult? Like,
Weird.
it has to either be some sort of magic or the adopted brother is like spying on her for him for some reason.
So here's the question. Is the four of us just talking in one of the rooms while Irina is sleeping?
Probably.
Because if so, I'm gonna pull out something while we're talking.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Let me whip this out.
Let me whip this out.
This here, and I've just been fiddling with my deck of tarot cards, and I pull out the king of clubs, and I said, well, this individual here is searching for a troubled young man surrounded by wealth and madness, and his home is in his prison. Curious.
Sounds like, what's his face? The Baron's son.
Well, it's labeled Don Juan or Don John. It could be either way. It's up for interpretation. That's thus what tarot cards are. But could be the son.
This one's definitely no Don Juan.
Gotta add that
Looks
to my
like the card is the Don John, which looks like a prison bars with a young man behind it reaching through the bars.
Okay, maybe it is.
Mm.
I'm just saying, it's a little curious, don't you think?
Well, once we have time, one option we could try to break into Ezek's house and see if he has anything that might shed light on the situation.
Corvus,
Yeah.
it strikes you that the maid that let you into Clavdia,
Yeah.
the maid who let you in, who showed you up to the library, excused herself from the library to go clean Mr. Strosny's room.
Oh, he lives at the house. Okay.
He lives in the house.
And you saw her going into the bedroom right across from the library. Which you remember you got a peek in there and you're like, what is that? What is that? What do I see over there? And it was just a bed.
Oh, Weird Arm Sheriff lives in the Baron's house.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. I realized one thing that you would have been around for, but we forgot to recap, Rachel, was that the Baron was complaining that he couldn't find any good help for his house because everyone kept leaving because his house had a little bit of hauntedness about it.
A little bit of hauntedness.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right. And Lee got some preternatural insight that maybe the book that the son was researching might have something to do with
Oh shit.
haunting. The ethereal whatever, something or other. So maybe that could be the sun is summoning ghosts, or the ghosts are
Skeletons.
summoning out of its control.
Weird kids in the corner.
But yeah, it could be the kids in the corner. Possessed children, dolls.
Children, 3 children.
Wait, there are 3 kids in the corner.
I love that it was like 30 minutes later, Andy. Oh, by the way, there's 3 kids in the corner staring at the wall.
Yeah. Staring at the corner. Just like Blair Witch.
Ugh. I mean,
Mike!
it does make sense. It is Barovia.
It's Barovia. Well, I dial back a lot of the because a lot of the descriptions as written in the original module are just like batshit crazy. Like what same character would walk in and they're like, oh, he has how many skeletal cats? Okay, that's fine. He
I
has shells
accept
full
10,
of bones.
not 11.
Great. So I toned them back to a little bit more reasonable, like not glaringly like, oh, okay, everything's over the top. Got it.
Jesus.
But I wanted to keep the creepy mannequins because he is a very weird guy.
Don't worry, Rachel will put him in charge of the town. It'll be great.
Good.
Nope.
Certainly try.
I still think it might be better, but maybe not.
Yeah.
Better than Weird
I
Iron
think
Sheriff.
I think he's an okay guy. He's just been trapped in his house for too long.
He's a prison,
Don Juan.
thanks to whatever that card was. Don Juan John, King of
Oh.
Clubs. Search for the
Run
troubled
down,
man
search up.
surrounded by wealth and madness.
Yeah, you guys have been in town for a couple days, but the tension is slowly boiling up in town.
There's a new event happening, right?
Yeah.
A festival.
King
A
of
new
Queens
festival
or
coming up
whatever.
very soon. Attendance is required.
We're not going to be in
This is
town for that, right?
mandatory.
I don't. They're going to
It'll be
make us
great.
drink Kool-Aid, watch the Hale-Bopp Comet. It's not going to be good.
That's right. All right. Well, I think
Fuck.
next week we can pick up. Wait, isn't not next week? Week after next.
Oh, we got a bye week?
Rachel and I will be off next week.
One bye week. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I see that. No go.
And I think week after next we'll be out into the wilds and follow that action.
Chris, did you figure out if you're off the 23rd or the 30th?
Yeah. So I will be off the 23rd.
Okay, so we're off for 2 weeks then?
If you guys want to go without me on the 23rd, that's fine. Because I know sometimes we run with 3 people, so it's up to you. If you guys want to
TBD.
go, that's fine with me.
I'll also be out the 23rd.
Well, that
Oh,
sounds
shit.
like a no-go.
Okay.
But then back the 30th.
I'll be in Joycey.
The 30th.
The 23rd.
All right, I updated it.
Yeah, 30th sounds good. I think the plan is next session into the wilds and hopefully to the tower. Or if you guys decide to do something in town, I'm ready for that too. That's
No,
fine.
I want to go to
Don't
the
have
tower.
to do the tower.
Where
Don't have
no
to do
magic is
Lee's not gonna
allowed.
tolerate more dilly-dallying in the town. He wants to find that girl.
Yeah,
There's
in
a
fact,
missing child.
You don't have to say the missing child.
I feel like there's some other houses we haven't investigated. I feel like we could spend the rest of the campaign just in that town. Like,
Just
I'm
in houses.
game.
House by house.
There's like a whole a whole political structure in this town you guys
Oh,
haven't even figured out yet.
Oops.
Don't worry, we don't need to, because we're going to murder them all and burn it to the
And
ground.
there's werewolves.
You mean the party member that was with us? You?
No, we read the book,
You're
and
gonna,
I'm not
you're
gonna turn
gonna
into a werewolf.
You are absolutely gonna
Maybe
turn
maybe I'm the new alpha.
Oh, that's why.
Maybe.
I'm like, where's my alpha? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
I'm a hound dog. That's fantastic. Well, friends.
Right. Good night.
Good night.